again. Here we are, right, with the voice of Metro Atlanta High School Fall Shootout, the voice of it, John Artis Jr. No introduction needed, but kind of introduce yourself, and we go from that point.
Hey, man, it's a pleasure to be on board. My name is John Artis Jr. I'm simply a ball head. Growing up here in the Atlanta area, playing a little bit of everything, baseball and football were my primary sports. But just as we connected through a good friend of mine, Cam Daly, who we met back in middle school, and I could see then he had the skills on the court that I just wanted to have. I'd die for. But
100%.
huge junkie of all things ball. And so when you have that type of passion, it is a pleasure to be a part of this project that you have here. And I was elated that you were gracious enough to allow me to be the voice of this particular tournament, man. So appreciate it. Hats off to you. Kudos.
Respect, man. No problem at all, man. I'm definitely appreciative of you even wanting to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't necessarily have to. You know what I'm saying? But
no worries.
But the vision and the alignment that we talked about too as well, everything kind of made sense. And with you, like Cam's my guy. That's my dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's family. So with that right there alone, I already know. You know what I'm saying? If you deal with him, you deal with me. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? And I see that you're a ball head. Kind of talk about like what started it for you. You know what I mean? To be a ball head. Like where did that stuff come from?
Oh man, my dad was an athlete, and his primary sport was football. So, but the first sport that I played was baseball, which is a beautiful sport. It may be a little bit boring to some people, but it's a beautiful sport. But if baseball was my first love, then football was definitely 1A. And again, once I started to get into just sport in general, played a few years for a legendary coach here in the Atlanta area at Burdette Gym, Coach Outlaw.
Yeah, I grew up with Outlaw. Outlaw was my mentor, man.
Yeah, so I played for Outlaw as I was trying to incorporate basketball into that trilogy of sport that I was playing. Now, again, I didn't have the skills that you or Cam had, so I stuck with my guns, and I was, played baseball and football through high school. But a couple of knee injuries, derailed my athletic career. But again, when you're a ball head, you never lose that love. You never lose that passion.
100%. 100%.
So I again, to participate might have been shortened, but to love is an eternity.
100%. 100%.
And like I say, I'm elated to be on board and see some of this tremendous talent that we have in the Metro Atlanta area.
Man, Go ahead. I'm listening.
No, I was just saying I was thoroughly impressed. I knew just by understanding a little bit of some of the accolades that these teams had, that you had a full lineup of some of the best teams in the Metro Atlanta area. But to see them firsthand get themselves in gear for the season was a tremendous pleasure for me.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, it's kind of taking its own how do I want to say it, man? It's taking its own voice. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of forming into its own identity. I think with the teams that we do have, the teams that's playing, they shouts out to all of those coaches for even being committed to even being a part,
right.
You didn't have to, you know what I mean? It just takes his mind of his own, man. And then when you kind of see where you want to go with the whole vision of it, and you create these matchups and you create this platform, now it's like, yo, this is for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't know that it would be this. Like I would be lying to you if I said that. And it goes back to what we talked about before, man. Like, for me personally, and you're a believer of Christ just like I am. For me,
Absolutely.
It's when you have a calling and you have a gift, right? And I feel like my gift and my calling is for me to bring communities and people together. That's
Absolutely.
gift. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And mix that in with following your calling, and of course that's why I stopped playing basketball. I play pro, whatever. Stopped playing because I felt like this is my calling to get into. It kind of just opened up his own mind of his own. You know what I'm saying? Like it just took off, bro. It just took off, and like I'm just like you, man. I'm gonna use your word, elated. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. When you have the passion that you do, and you have the faith that you do, you
can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. Some of the best blessings come from humble beginnings, and I'm sure that there were some humble beginnings that have led you to this part. But the way I see it is, it's just starting to blossom fruit for you. So, again, you are working on your calling, and I'm simply glad to be a part of it, trying to use some of the talents that God has given me to bring a little bit of color, a little bit of life to this vision that you have.
Oh no, you're bringing a lot of color, man. You bring a lot of life, man. I hear it in the voice, man. Go ahead and say that again. Say it how you say it. What's the
Hey, listen.
The season starts now, man.
Absolutely. The Metro Atlanta Fall Shootout. Your season starts now.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you that right there, man. That give me chills, man, because they don't understand. Like, man, they don't understand, man. This is gonna be something that we're both gonna look back on and be like,
absolutely.
We at the humble beginnings right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're at the humble beginnings right now.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And so that's a great thing, man. I'm trying to pull up some stuff real quick so we can kind of get into the conversation of everything, man.
Because there should have been some great footage that you were privy to from these 8 games that we had. I mean, we had a full lineup of games, and it seems like each of those games was highly competitive. I mean, these teams really brought their competitive juices, even though they're just getting the wheels turning for their season.
100%, man. Let's go. I'm finna go ahead and pull up one for you right now. Hold on. Let's see if we can go ahead and get this added to the stage so you can kind of see, because some of the people don't really know what the matchups were.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They don't really know what was going on, and who was who, what was what, and all of that stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and get this to the table. So you got the matchups right here, man. We had Southwest DeKalb versus Paideia. We had not Sandy Creek. I'm sorry. Cedar Grove versus Dutchtown. Frederick Douglass versus Langston Hughes, which that game was an intriguing game too. The Jonesboro versus Sandy Creek game. Tri-Cities versus Columbia. Of course, we're going to get into the highlight of that one. Gainesville versus Green Forest. Getting the highlight of that one. Woodward Academy 2 versus Morrow. And a game that I really stayed around from. Didn't have the biggest crowd that last game, but I'm sure both of these teams will be well prepared to make noise when when their stage is set. Mary Persons versus Towers High School. Just kind of get some insight on some of the schools, some of the games that kind of stood out to you a little bit when you was watching them.
Some of the games that stood out were definitely the Sandy Creek and Jonesboro game.
Mm-hmm.
That was an excellent game. But I mean, you stop no further than the very first game that you had on the docket, which was the Southwest DeKalb and the Paideia School. I know a little bit about Southwest DeKalb because Southwest DeKalb has been around since my day,
for sure.
But I didn't really know much about the Paideia School. But right out of the gates, you had a competitive contest in which I believe that the Paideia School was able to pull that one out, right?
No, they didn't. They was close to pulling it out.
Okay.
they ended up they was close, and then in the last 2 minutes, they it ended up changing. And
Right.
then that's when the last 3 minutes ended up changing. That's when Southwest Cab. That's when they took over. And
Right.
but their school was pretty much leading the whole game.
Yeah.
And CJ Harper, which is one of the guys that we'll talk about a little bit later too as well.
Okay.
But he was the leading scorer in the whole game for Pathea School. But then you had the point guard, the point guard from Southwest DeKalb, which needs no introduction, Mr. Glanton, Thomas Glanton. He ended up leading Southwest DeKalb to the victory too as well. I think he ended up with 17 points and 5 assists. I think that's what it was around then.
Yeah.
But it was definitely one of those situations to where, starting out the gate, just like you said, it was a hump. It was one of those matchups to where it was like, yeah, we got a long weekend coming ahead.
We got a long weekend coming ahead. And again, like I say, it was great to see just how competitive these teams were. Because they wanted to win. Every single one that stepped on the floor looked like they wanted to win. They did not want to leave that floor with an L. But unfortunately, somebody has to lose in a competition like this. Mm-hmm. But if the first week is any indication as to what we are going to expect the rest of this tournament, this is going to be a doozy of a tournament for you.
Hey man. This is one of those things to where, first of all, just to let you know, from a social media standpoint, man, it was once we had dropped that flyer, and I'll go back and show that flyer again. Once we ended up dropping, y'all probably can't tell with the background color. But once, can they see it? They should be able to see it.
They should be able to see it. I can see it.
Yeah, I can see it too. I mean, blue. I'm a little colorblind, so you got to work with me now. Work with me. But now, when we first dropped this schedule, right, and we put it on social media,
okay,
and we kind of just wanted to see what it would do, bro. It went from 4,000 views to, let me pull it up on my phone right now. No, it went to like 400 views to 4,000, and then nice. I'm about to literally tell you right now. I'm going to pull it up on Instagram on my phone right now. It went up to, I'm gonna show it to you so they can see it. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna show them now. I'm a show guy.
There you go.
Check this out, man. Look how many views that jump went up to.
69,000 views.
69,000 views, man.
Amazing.
All those shit. It went to 69,000 views on the first post that we did for the first weekend. Now, if you're looking at this weekend, we haven't even got to where we need to go yet. But this weekend, man, we're at 21,000 views already from this weekend coming up for the second weekend. All I can say, man, is God is good, man. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean?
All the time.
God is good. God is good. God is
all
good.
The time.
God is good. And this won't be able to happen without him. And also, too, let's give a shout out too before we kind of get into it. Let's give a shout out to Mount Zion Baptist Church too as well, and Pastor Russell with his congregation too as well. That's opening up their doors for EYA Sports to even do it over there. And we have a great partnership. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very great partnership to where we're working together at many different things. We did a Toys for Hoops project too as well, to where we donated. We donated, I think it was 1,000 toys, raised toys, donated toys. I think you've seen it on yeah. So we did that and donated to the, to the less fortunate. We had EYA Day at the church, and we bring people from the program over, and we fellowship together. I mean, I had a moment where I got on the pulpit, got a little teary eyed. You know what I mean? And we also did some different things as far as different events they had too as well, dealing with Trunk or Treat. We supported them during the holidays too as well for not Thanksgiving, but for Halloween. So I just want to give him a shout out, man, and give his congregation a shout out. Absolutely. Because their willingness doesn't go unnoticed. You know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful, and our whole community. I think we're grateful, and that's the part about, we talked about bringing everybody together.
Absolutely.
I think with this, we got something coming. We got something coming real special, man.
You can't expect nothing but blessings when the church and the community are working cohesively as one.
100%.
Can't expect nothing but blessings, and so 100%. This has been a blessing.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%, man. Yeah. So if we get into it, man, a couple other matchups. We talked about, the Padilla matchup,
Right.
the matchup right here with Dutchtown and
Cedar Grove.
Cedar Grove. Got any thoughts about that? I know Dutchtown ended up pulling it off. But any thoughts about that?
That
contest?
was one of those competitive games that, in looking at Cedar Grove, and I don't know if it's the food or whatever, but these kids are like beanstalks out here. They
Yeah,
are
right.
all. And so when I first saw the two teams step on the floor, the height of Cedar Grove, I was like, okay, they look like they came, they came to demand attention, demand respect from this game. But Dutchtown took them back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So it was exciting to see how competitive that game was, which Dutchtown ended up pulling it off. But I mean, Cedar Grove was right there, and so again, testament to how balanced a lot of these teams seem to be once we got them on the court.
Oh, for sure, 100%, man. I think you hit the nail on the head right there, man. I think that was one of them. That was one of those games to where, now some people don't know it. I mean, I know it because I'm in the basketball community or whatever. Oh, I got a phone call, man. I can't take that call right now.
No worries.
Yeah, but but in the basketball community, that they was missing two. Cedar Grove was missing two of their top guns too as well. I'm not gonna sit here and say that was gonna change the outcome of a game, but you would really want to see them against Dutchtown at their best and them at their best too as well. And not saying that it was at their worst,
right?
But they got a top 25 player that's been going around on a couple different visits. They got another guy that 6'9", 6'10", what about 6'10" shot blocker, elite shot blocker, one of the top centers in the country.
Okay.
So when you add those pieces in what they already got,
right? Yeah.
Now we cooking with some hot grease now. You
know Absolutely.
What I'm saying? We cooking with some hot grease. Yeah, but no, it's that was definitely something to look at. I got one of our other guys who's going to jump on with us too, and so we can have some open dialogue too as well. We're going ahead and go and welcome him to the stage. What's up, sir?
What's going on?
What's going on, young brother? Everything all right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. We just welcome you to the stage. Welcome Coach Chris to the stage. The legendary, the Bay Area's finest. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on, fellas?
Not much, man. We were just sitting here talking about the Cedar Grove game. What's some of your thoughts about that Cedar Grove Dutchtown game? Because you had the bird's eye view.
That Cedar Grove, just like all the games, the energy inside of the gym was so infectious, right? It was the even though it was the preseason before the preseason, players were getting at it early, right? And it didn't look like any of the teams took a step back from the summer, right? It looks like they're already in mid-season form, minus maybe one or two players from their respective football teams. But other than that, it looks like the teams were ready to get after it early. That Dutchtown game, that Dutchtown coach that was on the bench, I told him, I was like, man, your energy is infectious with the players, right? Not taking anything away from Cedar Grove, but that energy is the energy creates the effort, right? And then when the effort is there, then the level of basketball IQ starts to go up, right?
Yep.
And that's what I saw in that first game.
No, I think you said exactly what I said previously. I mean, you could feel the competitive energy in the building. I mean, it was exciting that they actually came with that energy. And then a lot of these teams, it's amazing how cohesive that they are this early in the season.
Yeah.
I know, many of them probably have played together, but when you start to really see synergy stepping on the court for the first time in the season, you can tell that they're well coached, and they listen to their coach to try to draw that synergy throughout the team.
100%. Hey, Chris, I think you got an echo going on over there. You know, you got them vaulted ceilings, man. You over there living a great life. You know what I'm saying? I say that we ain't got no echoes going on around here, man.
No echoes here.
Let me see what I can do.
Yeah, you can't help it, man. The only thing you can do is move in where I'm at, man. Let me get your house.
You know, that would require you to get a smaller house, and we know you don't want to.
That's it, man. That's it. No,
I'm gonna try to use the headphones. Okay, give me 1 second.
He left?
No, I think he's grabbing his headphones.
Okay, cool.
He's trying to see if his headphones will reduce some of the echo that.
Okay, we'll bring him back on once he comes back. So let's look into the next matchup. You know, we had Douglas High School versus Langston Hughes. First and foremost, before I kind of even say before you say what you say, I'm gonna say my little part. Shouts out to my little boy JoJo. I always got to shout him out. Me and his dad was college roommates. I'm always gonna show love to the home team. That's just how I am. Shouts out to my boy over there. You know what I'm saying? The West Side goat. Got the little West Side baby goat with him. You know, shouts out to him. But we can kind of go into it from that point.
Just like that word that was in the center of what was behind Chris as he came in. That's family.
Oh, for sure.
That's family.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
That was that Doug and Langston Hughes game that was the game that took it to that next level. Mm-hmm. We were I was highly impressed with the first two games, but that game was the game that I was like, okay, wow, we really got some very skilled players on some of these Metro Atlanta teams. Yeah, and I was impressed. You know, I was flat out impressed.
Yeah, and another thing too, man. I think something that goes unnoticed in that series, you know, we're talking about, you know, Douglas for their classification. They're not the same classification as Langston Hughes. You know what I mean? They're 3 classes down. You know what I'm saying? Or 2 classes down, if I'm mistaken. But you know, it was one of those games to where, you know, you didn't expect for that outcome to be what it was. You know what I mean? You didn't think that, you know, you didn't think that it was gonna, because I mean, Doug smacked them in the mouth in the first half. Like, it was up 30.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they still won the game. They came back. You know what I mean? They came back, you know, and Andre Jernigan, you know, had a good game for Langston Hughes too as well. Probably arguably one of the best scorers in the class of 2026 in the state of Georgia. That's kind of going unknown a little bit. I wouldn't even say he's unknown. I would just say unknown because of some of the who's who people in Georgia. But the reality of the situation, I mean, he had a tremendous summer. You know, he's gonna do it. He's gonna make some noise from that point too as well.
Well, they're definitely going to know him by the end of this tournament, because I think not only with the tune in to the play of the tournament, I know you want to do some interviews, and it's good to try to give some of these kids the chance to just express themselves and learn how to conduct themselves in an interview, because a lot of these kids are going to be playing at the next level.
Oh, 100%.
So therefore, you know, he's not going to be a secret much longer.
100%. Yeah, he's gonna turn that curve, man. And I'm interested to see, you know, where it's gonna go from this point. Somebody just sent this message right here and saying, "What's the matchups for this week?" Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
We're gonna get into that.
We'll
and if you heard me from the last podcast, if you are anywhere near the Morrow area, you want to be in the building. You really want to be in the building, because you're going to see some tremendous play from some of the best teams within the Metro Atlanta area.
No, for sure, man. Like right now, from what the talk is around, and we can finish up with some of these matchups, kind of give a little brief summary and get into the energy and other things. But from what is being said from just around the Metro Atlanta area, because what I'm finding out, the word is traveling, bro. It's traveling. It's
Yeah,
traveling fast. And that's the best thing that you want, man. That's when you know that it's
absolutely.
pure. That's when you know that it's organic. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about none of the craziness. You know what I mean? Because everybody just wants to see pure basketball at the highest level and in a fun and safe environment. That's
Absolutely.
just what it is. And then that gym, man, it's like the crowd, like it's like the crowd right there up on you. You know what I'm saying? But getting back to what I was saying, you know, that it's considered to be the number one fall event in the state of Georgia. That's a major thing. And then for us being Southside guys,
Yeah.
to have it on the Southside,
Yes, sir.
come on, man.
Yes,
Come on,
sir.
man. That's
It's
a
a
blessing.
beautiful thing.
That's a blessing, man. That's a
It's a
blessing.
beautiful thing.
That's a blessing, man. Because I don't think a lot of people really know how major basketball is on this side of town. Like, you know, it's a whole nother, you know, this that type of basketball on this side of town, man, where you can go in there and see a game and then you can go outside and get you a real plate. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
This that type of environment. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Or you get you some fried fish, go eat in the concession stand real quick, then you come back and catch a game. Fried fish with a loaf bread and some mustard. You know what I'm saying?
It's that same vibe that we usually have for Friday Night Lights, but in the gym.
100%.
You know what I
100%.
mean?
100%.
And you can't get any better than that. Can't get any
100%.
better than that.
100%. Chris, you back?
I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, so we're back in the next matchup. What matchup we at now?
Sandy Creek and Jonesboro.
Yeah, Sandy Creek and Jonesboro.
By far, that was the most anticipated game on the schedule for the first week to me. Being that I don't live too far from Jonesboro High School, been watching them since I moved here to Georgia. That's been the powerhouse school in this area since I've been here. And Sandy Creek winning a chip since I've been here, it was like, yeah, I want to see that, right?
Yeah.
You want to see the. So your point guard is usually an extension of the coach, right?
Absolutely.
And I think the point guards did that for their coaches, for
Yes,
their
they did.
prospective coaches. And Calvin Goff, I think his
Calvin
last
Goss.
name is,
Mm-hmm.
watched him last year. It looks like he's taking steps to become a perennial point guard in this area. And that says kudos to him,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You can
And
tell
he's
he's
coming
been
off an
working.
offer, too. He just got his first offer, Division I offer from Jacksonville State as a sophomore.
Congrats.
So that's major. That's major.
No doubt. No doubt. And
Now we're listening. We're
for a
listening. We're
second
still
there,
listening, man. Keep going.
No, it's just and then to piggyback, Sandy Creek coming off of the I watched them last year in their championship, and it was like I want to see what's next for that team. Where are
Right.
they gonna go next? Where is that next leap? So that's why I really wanted to watch that game, and
right,
it
right.
brought the energy that I was anticipating, and
Mm-hmm.
man, the crowd was going crazy. If you missed last week, you have to be there this week.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Do not find yourself on the outside of the gym this Saturday. You
Hey,
want to
if
be
if
in the
if
building.
if you go miss this Saturday, the only way you should miss this Saturday is we telling you can't nobody else get in there.
That's it.
That's
That's it.
it. You know
And
what I'm saying?
even then, run to your car, pull out your phone, and live stream it.
And
Because
then you
Stream
watch
it.
the live stream, and then you still get the same intensity. And then
Yeah.
you get to hear the voice
hey,
voice
listen,
himself,
absolutely,
John
man.
Artis Jr.
Again, I'm just proud to bring you some color to this competition, man. Proud to bring you some color to the competition.
Oh, you didn't hear how he said it, man. He said, "Yo, I can't do it. You do it, dog. You do it."
Your season starts now.
Man, that brings a hope. That brings so much excitement to everything that's going on, man. I don't even
Yeah.
think you know, man. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like it's
Hey,
just
man. Pleasure to
hey,
be a part of it.
As I'm at the table, I hear. I forgot what you said, Mr. Artis. You said something. I turned around and looked like, okay, we in this thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we in here. We in here. We're gonna bring it to you live and direct.
so
Yeah.
my personal matchup, you know, the Sandy Creek and Jonesboro. I know that was your matchup, Chris.
Yeah.
This next matchup, I can honestly tell you the truth. That was probably my matchup that I was looking forward to. And that was the Tri-Cities versus Columbia. Reason being is those are two perennial powerhouses too, as well in the state of Georgia. And in the Metro Atlanta area too. The legendary Columbia High School. I mean, they arguably have one of the highest level of. I mean, I lost count. They probably got like 8-9 state championships, combined at Columbia High School, and with them being a single A team, you know what I mean. You wouldn't even know it, going against a perennial powerhouse in 5A, which is Tri-Cities, arguably one of the top teams in the country, with one of the best players, with 2 or 3 of the best players in the country, on one team, along with everybody else that'll be college guys too as well. Right. And Columbia actually put up a fight, man. You know what I'm saying? And Columbia was right there in the mix. I mean, but it was just that one guy, man. That one guy just, changed the game, man. So trying to get y'all thoughts about that game a little bit.
You're right. Columbia, for the first half of that game, were clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, they were.
Every facet of the game, they were winning, rebounding, defense, right? I think they had every 50-50 ball that was on the floor, right? So they had everything going. But at halftime, I guess that speech turned on a light switch.
He came out the booth.
And it was on from there.
Shouts out to Coach Bean. Coach Alice Bean, he was coaching them, man. That's one of our guys, you know what I'm saying? He repped it was, you know what I'm saying? He's a state champion too at Tri-Cities. You know what I mean? He coached our AAU program, arguably one of the top 5th grade teams in the state of Georgia. You know what I mean?
Yes,
so
sir.
You know his thing a little bit. He did his thing. But
he said something.
Oh yeah, man. No, bro. I don't know what happened, man. It just changed.
He lit the fuse. He lit the fuse. He knew exactly what to say to his players to light the fuse. And it could have been, he told them that their season starts now. Who knows?
Right.
But, he did what he had to do to light the fuse, and they responded. And again, the competitive juices were just at an all-time high in the midst of that game.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah. And then just like what you guys were saying, man, like at that point, that crowd, because the crowd had already started becoming, electrified with the Doug and Langston Hughes game. I think that game set the tone of the crowd.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it set the tone. It was like, it had me even thinking like, dog, with scheduling, it was like, is 11, 12, and 1 o'clock gonna be like primetime games? You know what I'm saying? Like, and here I am just creating different schedules in all type of ways, but it was just like boom. And then when it got to that Langston Hughes game, not Langston Hughes game, the Tri-Cities game, it was like the stage was already set. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And they didn't disappoint, man. They didn't disappoint. So
at all.
This is a clip that I want to play from it, man. I want to see if you guys remember this clip. And just let me know some of your thoughts about what was going on at this point in time during the game. Now let's keep in mind too, at this point, Tri-Cities is down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember we said that Cedar Grove was up pretty much the whole game already. It was 43-38. This is 3 minutes left, right? 3 minutes left in the second half.
Right.
Makes the move. Misses the shot. Here's one bucket.
3 from the wing cuts Columbia's lead to only 2. Turnover. Tri-Cities puts up a 3 to go up by 1. We have us a ball game here, folks. We got us a ball game here. The state champs have shown up. The state champs are in the building. They're trying to let Columbia know, no, you won't get away with this game that fast.
Hey man, and shouts out to my guy, man, Sky West TV, man. Amazing live stream. If you don't have that service with Sky West and you're not having them there to film for you for live stream, come on, man. Something ain't right. I mean, the best live stream out here, you know what I'm saying, right now. And I love my guys at SUV TV. They do an amazing job. But his artistry and what he does with the film is just two different styles. You know what I'm saying? And it's just one of those things that was I could go on and on and on about that, man. But that crowd, that energy, that moment. What did you guys?
It honestly looked like cable TV.
Yeah,
it looked like cable TV. Something I would stream on TV right now to watch a game.
Very good.
Right? I would subscribe to that to make sure I'm watching, a very good game. So yeah, you're right.
Especially, I mean, in just looking at it right now, you could feel the energy in that building just in the clip. Just in the clip, you could feel how the building was really vibrating. Everybody was in the game because they were going back and forth. Columbia had the lead most of the game, but again, like you said, coach said something at halftime. Maybe he told them your season starts now, but they made sure that they climbed back in the game, and it was evident to see the success that they have been building on as a ball club, because they're a championship ball club. It's evident to see the success that they've been building on.
That pedigree. That pedigree came
100%.
out.
Yes.
Yeah, it did. That chip came out, and that game ended up being a 46-43 game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Columbia only lost by 3. So if you look at it on the Columbia side, it's like, man, I just got to learn how to close out and play winning basketball and championship basketball. You know what I mean? You right there. And
they had a chance to tie it.
Mark my words, this year, Columbia High School will win the state title.
Okay, say that again. I'm writing that down.
Columbia High School, Coach Johnson, they will win the state title this year.
All right, document it. Let's see what happens.
7:48. September 3rd.
September 3rd, Wednesday,
2025.
Absolutely.
Stay alive.
Yeah.
They winning it, man. They winning it.
All right.
They winning it, dog. No, so we at where we at right now? We at this is another good matchup. Green Forest and Gainesville. What's your thoughts about that, fellas?
I didn't know much about either of these two teams.
True thing.
But I was impressed with what they brought to the court. Again, you could sense that they've got that fight within them that they're not going to let anybody just run away with a game. Both teams. And so they tried to carry the momentum that those previous 3 games set the bar at. So I'm once again impressed with the athleticism on the court. Once again impressed with the synergy and how much of a command and connection that the coaches had with the players on the court. So extremely impressed.
That game was the most evenly matched game, player for player.
Yeah.
That game never went above 5 points either way.
Right.
And that's why at the end of the game, it ended with a buzzer beater. So that, like you said with the last one, the team just needs to learn how to close out a game. So that comes with age and
time and experience. Time and experience.
And that's what the fall league is giving them that experience, so that when we go into the regular season, they already know what to expect. They'll understand the energy, right?
100%. No, and you hit the nail on the head, man. Like it was definitely an evenly matched game. I think it was one of those games to where, they just had to figure out who they were. You know what I'm saying? And what was going on with the game, man. Like both of those 2 point guards, man. The point guard from Gainesville, KJ. Let me get his. I want to get his name right. I don't want to mess up nobody's name, and they go ahead and record it now. You know what I'm saying? KJ White, right? KJ White and Kyrie Taylor. That was probably the 1-2 matchup from the point guard spot for both teams, to where it was, it was one of those games, man. I mean, and both of those guys are in our top 10 in scoring in the first week. KJ White finished that game with 18, and Kyrie ended up finishing it with 21. So that tells you right there, how evenly matched, just like what Chris said, how evenly matched it was. And those guys was balling, man. They were balling, man.
Yeah, they were.
They were balling, and both of those.
They look like they've been there before.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And Gainesville. Go ahead.
No, I was going to ask: is that the game that ended in the buzzer beater?
Correct.
Yes.
Oh, you don't remember? Don't worry about it. We got you right here.
Green Forest manages to get it in the paint, scores a bucket. 17 seconds left on the clock. Gainesville with the ball, trying to tie the ball game up. And
look at KJ with that move.
That was tough.
Look at that.
6 seconds left on the clock. Green Forest trying to make a last-ditch effort. Hey! And they win the ball game with a buzzer beater 3.
Hey, man.
And it was an and one.
Yeah,
hey, man.
It really was.
Hey, we got to watch that one more time. That whole little series, man. We got to watch that again. Hold on.
The score before KJ hit.
Green
They
Forest
scored right
manages to
before
get it in the paint.
They scored that one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they scored right before.
Green
They
Forest
just
manages
scored.
to get it in the
Tied the
paint.
game up.
Scores a bucket. 17 seconds
He
left on the
comes down.
clock.
Usually in this moment, right? Break down
Gainesville
the
with the
defense.
ball, trying to
Oh,
tie
that's
the
a
ball
tough
game
move.
up,
That's
and
usually
they
the ball
do.
game. That's usually the ball game,
6
right?
seconds left on
Now,
the
here we
clock.
go.
Green
Advance
Forest
the
trying
ball.
to make a last-ditch effort. Hey! And they win the ball game with a.
Yo.
So Green Forest went up 2, but prior to that, they were down 4.
I know.
Right.
And they came back to take the lead by scoring 4 straight.
Correct.
Tough.
Yeah.
Kyrie Taylor is probably, arguably, in the class of 2027 in the state of Georgia, arguably, right? As far as guards, right?
Whoa.
He's top 15.
Whoa.
in the state of Georgia.
He's only a junior?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Got one more level to go.
He's going to be a beast next year. He's going to be a beast this year with the type of poise that he played with. But I'm looking forward to his senior year with just seeing the small sample size that I saw here at the first week of the tournament.
Hey, man, he has a legitimate chance, man, to be he got a shot, man.
Okay.
Like he got a shot to be one of them ones, man. Like I don't even know the words for it, man. Like he has a chance, man, to be arguably one of the best players in the state of Georgia in the class of 2027.
He's got that it factor.
Let me ask this question. Of all the teams that are in the tournament, can we say that 80% of these teams played in the playoffs last year?
Yes.
Easily.
All right, let's go down the list.
Easily.
State tournament. You talking about who went to the state playoffs or went deep in the state?
State playoffs. Mm-hmm.
Southwest DeKalb went to the state. Padilla was they were top 5 ranked in the state. Cedar Grove made it to the state championship game and played against Sandy Creek. Dutchtown made it to the Elite 8 game, if I ain't mistaken. Frederick Douglass made it to the state tournament. Lexington Hughes went to the Final Four. Jonesboro went to the Elite 8. Tri-Cities won the state championship. Columbia High School, if I'm mistaken, they won the Final Four, Elite 8. I can't remember which one. Gainesville went to the state tournament. Green Forest went to the state tournament. Woodward Academy played in the state championship game against Tri-Cities.
Yeah.
Morrow went to the state playoffs. That was the first time in 10 years Morrow High School made it to the state playoffs, which they brought another group back this year. That's a class of 2027 group that's going to climb the ladder too as well. And we'll talk a little bit more about that too as well.
Last year.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then Mary Towers actually made it to the state playoffs too as well. And Mary Persons is a rebuilding team that's looking to make it to the state this year.
Yep.
That's tough. That's tough competition.
That ain't even 80%. That's like 100.
Almost.
That's everything, essentially.
Yeah. But that's just a testament to how well you and kudos to you, Brad. That's a testament to how well you have executed the vision that you were given to create this tournament. So
respect.
I know you've been giving kudos out. Accept a couple on our behalf to work with you on this vision you have.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. It's all love here. I'm
just happy to be a part of it.
It takes a village, man. It takes a village.
Absolutely.
If we can't do it together, what we doing, man?
Absolutely.
Doing? No, so I was trying to find this video, man. I don't know where it went. Hold on, let's see. I could have sworn we had it. I can't find it, man. It'll be all right. It's cool. I can't find it, man. So we just got to move on. We back here. We back here again, fellas. We just round down that game. Now we at the Morrow Woodward Academy game. Intriguing matchup. What's you guys' thoughts about that matchup?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Chris.
Having a relationship with the coaching staff with Morrow and watching the players in that program, I know that they're going to make a change that's going to highlight their coaches' coaching ability, coaching style.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
To be 100% honest, I did not see the coaching style that I know of the coaches through the players.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
But I know there's going to be a change. Woodward, that was a team that had a player or two players that have been there before, and it showed. So with a team that's been there before and a team that's still learning, because I believe Morrow has majority sophomores.
Sophomores and juniors. And they have sprinkled 2 seniors.
Okay.
Their ceiling is going to be so high.
And they're going to jump, experience-wise, they're going to jump leaps and bounds just by being in this tournament, just by being on the floor and playing some of these teams that have gone deep in the playoffs. They are going to really, jump leaps and bounds as far as experience to get them ready. And again, with the coaching ability that's on the sideline, you're expecting to hear a little noise from them this year, but you're definitely going to hear noise from them in next year.
100%.
But I do think that they have enough talent to try to wreak some havoc in their division.
Oh no, they're definitely. I mean, they're in arguably the toughest region. I mean, not toughest region, but the toughest classification in the state of Georgia, with 5A. And so they got a long road ahead of them, but they'll be fine. They'll be perfectly fine from that point to kind of get things going and moving in, and they'll be good to go from there, man. So hold on one second. What happened with Chris? He just disappeared.
I think we lost him for a second. There he is.
Hey, Chris, you back? Hey, Chris, you there?
Yes, sorry. I had technical difficulties with the camera. I'm going to switch it back here in a second.
We'll add him back. We'll add him back shortly. But
okay.
Yeah, what was your thoughts about Woodward?
Woodward, you could definitely tell that they have a pedigree. You know what I mean? They and the size. They've got the size that they can really compete with just about anybody on the court. I was impressed with a couple of the young cats, and forgive me, I haven't necessarily memorized names yet, but I was thoroughly impressed with a couple of the young cats that they had on the floor, and you could definitely see the pedigree that is Woodward Academy. You know, I'm used to Woodward because I'm a College Park boy, so.
You already know.
Oh, I already know. And I know a couple of the coaches, but on the JV level there. And so I know what type of system they have over there. They've got access to some really skilled athletes in that particular program. So, they didn't disappoint at all.
Oh, for sure. Now, Chris, you said you had some thoughts about Woodward. What was your thoughts about Woodward Academy?
Yes, Woodward. A stat came out today or yesterday. Chris actually showed it to me. Woodward has the number 1 ranked class of 28 player on their team.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but arguably number 1 right now. ESPN ranks AJ Williams, which plays for Eagles Landing Christian Academy, that'll be playing with us soon. He's actually the number 1.
Okay.
They moved Bentley to, I think he's number 4 if I'm not mistaken. But a top 5 player in the country for Woodward Academy, yes. But they still got 2 more other guys too that are top 25 in the country that wasn't there this past weekend too. 2 6'6" guards that are a class of 2028 as well.
Wow.
Jarvis and Jonas Hayes and them. The Hayes, so they got some baby boys over there. They got some Hayes twins over there.
Right.
That's at Woodward now, and they're top 100 as well. So I mean, Woodward is stacked,
to say the least.
Yeah. Going back to last year, that victory that Tri-Cities had over them, I know they want their lick back.
Well, they'll get a chance to get at least a first crack at them in this tournament. You know what I mean? And they know they're probably chomping at the bit.
You said who want they lick back?
Woodward.
They want they lick back with who?
Tri-Cities.
Yeah, they do. They do. But that won't be a matchup we'll see. I would love that just as much as y'all. I would.
Okay.
I would, man. I would love to
I'm
see
reading between the lines.
The powers that be, sir. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see that matchup. But unfortunately, the only way we would see that is in the state championship game. So, or if they move before then. Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Now, the last game of the day, right? We had Mary Persons versus Towers. Thoughts on the game?
Once again, I think that game was pretty evenly matched personnel-wise.
Mm-hmm.
It started off a little slow because they were filling each other out.
Right.
But by halfway through the first half, both teams were punching each other. It was like, oh, you're hitting me, I'm going to hit you back. And I'm going to hit you, and I'm going to hit you back. Wasn't a lot of sets ran between the two teams. They were getting after it on the defensive end and those 50-50 balls. And I think that was the difference between that in that game.
Yeah,
I mean, go ahead.
No, I was going to echo the same thing that Chris said. You know, it didn't jump out at you like the other games did. It didn't grab your attention, but you quickly saw that as the game went on and they started to get into the rhythm of the game, then you really saw the competitive juices come out, and they were going back and forth. They were going at it. And so, again, on the competitive level, even though it may not have been as much of a marquee matchup as some of the other games that we had on the docket, it still gave you that competitive feel to it because you could tell that they, were going back and forth and both really got into the rhythm of the game. And, one was like, no, you ain't going to get away with that. And the other one was like, yeah, I am. You just going to have to catch it. So again, it did not disappoint, although it may not have been as much of a marquee matchup as some of the other matchups that we had.
No, even with it being the eighth game.
Yeah.
Even with it being the eighth game of the day, there was still energy in the gym.
Right.
100%
between the two teams. So that 4:00 game was all day, but it still brought that energy.
Oh, for sure. I think that game, to me, of course, it's not going to be a marquee matchup, right? I mean, you got to have, I wouldn't even say an underdog story. You got to have somebody that's going to be able to knock off other people. You know what I mean? I think both of those teams are going to be teams that people, you mess around and you look up and it's like, oh damn, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I honestly feel that way, and it was proven with that game because it was evenly matched. It was a couple turnovers and stuff at the beginning of the game, but once the guys settled in and they figured out what's going on, you know what I mean? They held their own, and it became a ball game. You had 19 points. 19 points were scored from Jace Alexander from Mary Persons, and right now, arguably, he's one of the top scorers right now from week one. This past weekend at the event, he played well, played everywhere on the court, made plays on all ends of the floor. Got some rebounds. I felt like he got a little foul trouble, but overall, man, a solid player that got a chance to play at the next level. I thought he did very well. Just like Jalen Kelly from Towers High School, scored 1,000 points in his junior year already. Scored 17 points. Did his thing. You know what I mean? Did his thing. Did what he's supposed to do. Played at the high level. Then you look at Deshaun Young, had 17 points with them too as well. With both of those guys playing at a 1-2 punch like that, I mean, I can see them playing against anybody, and it's going to be an intriguing matchup for them coming up because they got a heavy hitter coming up next week. You know what I'm saying? For Towers, you know what I mean. So that'll be a fun matchup to see those guys, compete. You know what I mean? See them compete. See them getting busy. You know what I mean? And just see where it goes from that point, man. Just see where it goes from that point.
Speaking
Who
of,
do they have next week?
Yeah, I was just you. I think you're segueing the right way.
Hey,
Brad, can you give the people a sneak peek?
We want to know.
Sneak peek.
Sneak peek. I need to know what the
people want to
lineup
know.
is.
Yeah.
Sneak peek.
Yeah, set the anticipation early.
Let's see, man. Let's see what we could do. All right, this is what we got next week. Week 2. We got some intriguing matchups again, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Shouts out to Central Gwinnett coming in this week. Woodland High School coming in this week playing Mary Persons. We got that Tri-Cities Langston Hughes matchup. We got them at the 4:00 game this time. You know what I'm saying? Which is going to be a little different. The Woodward Academy and Green Forest game, intriguing. Padilla will have their 6-7 guys there this weekend. So seeing them against Columbia, with them being in the same classification too as well, and being one of the top 3 or 4 teams in the state of Georgia, ranked in the state of Georgia for their class is going to be good. I think the hometown rivalry is going to be a really good game. The game with Morrow and Jonesboro, that's a backyard bash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's going to be a good one. I think that's Central Gwinnett and Cedar Grove game. I think that'll be a really, really, really good one that a lot of people don't really know how it's going to go yet because most people don't see Central Gwinnett because, they're on the other end. You know what I mean? So they're coming south, which said a lot about what we're doing to bring them south. The Dutchtown Southwest DeKalb matchup.
Absolutely.
It's going to be some really good guard play, with Bobby Bugs over at Dutchtown, you know what I'm saying, going up against Thomas Glanton over at Southwest DeKalb, along with the supporting cast. Great supporting cast with everybody, and Maddox too as well for Dutchtown. Arguably one of the best wings in the state class of 2026. I mean, and then you got, the first game of the day with Towers and Sandy Creek.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting.
It will be.
Yes.
It will be. It's Towers, I think, like I said, Towers got in rhythm that last game. It's going to be interesting to see if they can carry over what they were able to find on the court last game, because they're going to have to bring it against Sandy Creek, and they're right out of the box,
Right.
being the first game of the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm eager to see. How everything's gonna pan out with those guys, man. Shoot, man, it's gonna be some big time games, man. Again, you know what I mean? Yeah. And this is I kind of waited for the best for last. These are the top 10 scorers right now. From this past week, who put on the top 10 performances? Trey Keefe, 29 points. Antonio Rivers which is going to be another guy for Sandy Creek. He had 27 points. He'll be the next guard in line to kind of take on the torch. You know what I mean? CJ Harper from Paideia School had 24 points. Andre Jernigan, we talked about from Langston Hughes, had 22. Right. Kyrie, we talked about, had the buzzer beater to win the game in regulation. Had 21 points. A guy that a lot of people didn't talk about much is Naheem, right? Naheem Cupid, 20 points for Woodward Academy. That was the guy that was knocking out all the threes.
Right.
That was him. You know what I'm saying? Thomas Glatton, of course, we just talked about him with 19 points. Jace Alexander, who we talked about with 19 points from Mary Person. KJ White, which is the elite point guard from Gainesville. And then rounding out that list, you got Carlin Jacobs, 18 points for Columbia High School, which he's gonna be a dead-eye guy to help them move to the next level too as well once the season starts.
Right.
Yeah, Naima Cupid put me on notice for sure. I think he had 6 threes. He had 6 threes.
Yeah, he was stroking it from deep. He was stroking.
Yeah, man. Listen, man, he was shooting that thing from last week.
Let it go.
Yeah, man. But no, I definitely. What's up? Go ahead.
Now the teams that took an L, because all the games were competitive. All right, there were a few that got out of hand at the end, but most of the games were competitive. So the teams that took an L and they're coming in playing against a team that won, that team that won is gonna have that edge. But I'm all about getting that lick back, right? That team that took that L is gonna probably come out with a lot more energy than they did to start. And a lot more effort.
No doubt.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to watch those games.
Oh, for sure. Now I'm definitely interested, man, to see where we go with this week. Of course, this is gonna conclude what we got going on, but I'm definitely interested in it. And man, I can't thank everybody enough, man, because it takes a village to make something like this grow. And shout out to our sponsors, all of our sponsors that have donated courageously. To help us with making this vision come to light. Definitely, like you wasn't on here earlier in this segment too, Chris. We brought you in a little later. Definitely a special thanks to Mount Zion Baptist Church too as well for being a host for EYA Sports and then being a host for the Metro Atlanta High School Fall Showcase. I think it's a major thing that we're building over there. And Chris, you can attest with our times at church. It's a great community, great environment. And looking forward to it. Looking forward
Absolutely.
to another good week.
And like we said earlier, when you have the community and the church working cohesively, nothing but blessings can come out of that.
100%.
And it's for the kids.
Absolutely.
Our times have came and gone playing. Opening up that door for the youth to come in and play.
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. My knees definitely can't take it. That's why I will lend my voice.
Y'all want another sneak peek or something?
We'll love one.
Another one?
Yeah.
Another one. Like DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled. Another one.
Another one. Let's see if we can. Let's see how fast I can get this over. Yeah, no, but I think, man, I'm so excited about this, man. Like I've never been this excited about, just being able to do something like this in a very, very, very long time, and to bring. I mean, we're doing God's work, but when you bring so many, I think it's like it's a crazy crowd, but when you bring that many people together,
Yeah,
in a safe environment for one cause,
absolutely.
And now it was ran, to the T. Like it wasn't, it was very orchestrated. It wasn't like people was running around everywhere. We had staffing everywhere. What I mean, all of that. So that was one thing that we got a big kudos from a lot of parents is that how organized and well organized it was ran, and the help and the security, the whole nine. Like it felt safe. It felt
Right.
like I could come here again and it's okay. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I want a special shout out to the officials
Oh, for
because we
sure.
had 3 officials for each game,
Yeah.
and
100%.
usually you only get 2 sometimes for an event like this. But we
Yeah.
had 3 officials able to watch every single aspect of the game.
And one thing about it too, while I'm pulling this while I'm downloading this stuff, one thing about it too that most don't know about those officials that we had, they are all college level officials. So we didn't have, nothing against nobody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nothing against nobody that do their thing now. But we had all officials that officiate the game at the highest level. And some of them actually did state tournament games too as well. But we had a really, really good core of people. And shout outs to Archie and his crew. We had a really, really good core of people that came in and facilitated that game. I mean, to the T. I mean, they facilitated it like none other, man. And I'm grateful for that too as well, because that's a dope shout out that you was talking about, man. Like for real. Like yeah, you absolutely right. Let's see if we got this, man. I found it, man. So
All right.
of course, let's see it do it. Yeah, so it's live period now, NCAA live period going on. Of course, we're gonna have coaches coming in and out. But one of the main things that we did was we made sure that the live stream coverage was at the point to where we could send the information out to colleges to be able to see it. We have a list of college coaches that have committed to watch live stream. And I mean, we might as well do it now before we make the post. That's cool. We have a lot of coaches that committed to watch on live stream. And I just want y'all to see kind of, some of the names of what's going on, man. So you can kind of see, see what we looking like, man. Just what I'm saying? Just go ahead and get a list. You got UConn, Pittsburgh, UAB, Penn State, Virginia Tech, VCU, Mississippi State, Duquesne, Miami, Georgia, San Diego State, Gardner-Webb, Gonzaga, Cincinnati, Western Carolina, UNC Wilmington, Villanova, Syracuse, Arizona State, Georgia Tech, Jacksonville, Kennesaw State, Xavier, Auburn, Providence, Virginia, the Gamecocks, Jacksonville State out of Alabama, and West Georgia. So those are some of the schools that will be tuning in live stream to watch our young men play and potentially see, what kind of level, they can go to. And if the opportunity presents, it could be either an inches or offer.
I'm sure a number of them. I'm sure a number of them are going to see their next recruit.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yeah.
Now there's some heavy hitters. Now they may know.
Oh yeah. We got some excellent logos in that D1 list.
Hey, look, I'm telling you,
I know some of them teams are really gonna find their next couple of recruits probably out of this class.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure. Now, once we drop that flyer right there, I don't see why we won't get to about 100,000. Might be 1 million people. You know what I'm saying? Like
we're
looking at that
right past 100,000.
That might break the internet right there, man.
We're gonna shoot right past 100,000.
I tell the young men all the time. I say you never know who's watching. Always be on your feet.
Absolutely.
And that's the whole purpose of the live stream too. And shouts out to Sky. We just want to create opportunity, man, as much as we can to give back to our community, to be that resource, to be that village, to be that philanthropist. That's a crazy word. But to be those people to help the next generation. If we don't do it, who go do it? It's our time to do that. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And so I appreciate y'all, bro, for real, man, because we can't make this vision happen alone. Like for real.
No worries. Like you said, it takes a village, and we're just I know me personally, I'm just extremely appreciative of being a part of this village.
Yes. Cool. Ditto.
Yeah.
But this concludes the episode, man. I thank y'all again. We about to hit this outro. This concludes the recap of the Metro Atlanta Metro Atlanta. I keep messing the name of Metro Atlanta High School Fall Shootout. And how we gonna close it out? Your season what?
Your season starts now.